everyone, I'm waiting for Nathan. And here he is.
I am here, black as ever.
Okay, now I think we should get a bit serious, Nathan. Okay. Okay, no, wait. As always.
Again.
My
We're always waiting.
Okay, cool. I think we're ready.
So guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And today I'm here with
Miriam.
And today we are bringing up a season called The Prompt with a impact in cooperation with Creative Royal Entertainment. So, who is Miriam?
I am a person who is very passionate about traveling. I'm an amateur writer. I love exploring new things which interest me, and that helps me learn a lot from people where I've been and from people who I network with on a daily basis. I'm also a big-time fashion enthusiast, and professionally I am a financial analyst in one of the US's top oil and energy companies, and I recently graduated with a master's degree. So that's me.
Okay, so that is very interesting, and you seem like somebody who's invested in all types of things. So I'm sure that comes with stress. So how do you deal with the stress to people who are finding a hard way to cope?
Well, for me, stress is something which is a part of success. If you want to be successful in life, then stress is obviously going to be there. But you as an individual who wants to be successful in the future have to know the coping mechanism, how to handle your stress and how to deal with it and still be successful. So for me as an individual, how I take things is when it comes before me, I take it up as a challenge. I am a person who loves challenges, and if you put something before me, I would take it up as a challenge. Even though I know it's not possible now, but at least you know you've tried. And if it's not possible later on, then it's fine. At least you tried. That's what matters. So I take things one day at a time, see if I can get through it on a daily basis. If it's not working, then change my plan, go to plan B. And if it's still not working, then I'm gonna just say that that's not for me. Maybe I should try something else. And that way I learn something at least from the previous task. And then my new task comes up and I try my best at it, and then it works out. So success is eventually going to come after a lot of failed attempts. And I take it in a very calm way. Sometimes, yes, I'm human. I go off track, I get a bit depressed, I get a bit sad because things are not working on my way and stuff like that. So yeah, this is how I cope with my stress, because being a very ambitious person, there is a lot happening in my mind and I need to know how to cope with it. I need to get my coping mechanism right. So that's something I deal with.
So in short, you're saying it's better to take a step in something than not to, right?
Yes, that's right. Unless and until you take the step, you put your foot forward, you're not going to know whether you're good at it or you're bad at it. So just try, go for it, give it a try. You never know what you're good at unless and until you try. So that's what I'm trying to say.
So let's talk about relationships, like with people and business circles. Like for example, with me, right? When I'm around friends and family, I'm like the funniest guy who's joking around and stuff. But then when it comes to business, since I'm already an honest person already, with business, I am straight on point. Like I don't leave space for inequality, like in terms of not having the best products, so you want the best of the best.
That's
so
right.
How do you do it?
So I always have a balance between my personal life, my professional life, my colleagues who I interact with, and my friends who I interact with. It's on a very different basis. You're professional at office. You can't be that professional with your friends. That's not me. I'm an ambivert person, if I may call me that way, where I have my me time and that cannot mess with my social life. So there is a time for just myself and reflecting on what I want to do and my goals and just need my space. And then there is a time where I love to socialize, network with people, learn from them, move out, have fun, enjoy. So that's the two sides of me. I'm not like a totally extrovert or a totally introvert. I am in between these two. So that makes me a very flexible person, and I love talking to people because through that I learn a lot. It's a learning process. Like, people teach you. That's what we're meant for. We teach each other something or the other, even if it's the smallest thing. Like, for example, if I talk to one of my colleague, I'm going to learn how she does the same task which I am doing. Maybe she's doing it in a better way, or if she's doing it in a more difficult way, then I can tell her like how I put across my work in a more easier way. So it's like it's a learning process where you learn from one person and then do it in your daily life, and if it's actually executing, then you thank the person and tell them that you've learned something from them. It's always nice to appreciate and tell someone that they have made a difference in your life, because that person is going to feel really special in a way. So that's how I cope with different kinds of people I meet with.
So you were talking about learning from each other, and I'm sure that has also come from like different cultures, traveling and stuff like that. So how do you compare yourself, like if you're in India now, and then like if you did have the traveling experience and the traveling experience to India, like let's say for example me, right? As somebody who's where I'm from, a lot of people who haven't gone out are like, oh, complaining about this and this and this, and for me who has seen it all, I'm like, you should be grateful for where you are. That's because right. You know, there are other things where like not even me can go through, you know.
Yeah.
So what can you say on that?
So yes, moving away from home at a very early age actually made an impact in my life, and it's because of that experience, because of that one decision, I have learned a lot in life. I've come across a lot of people from so many countries. I've learned so many things from them. If at all I did not make this decision and I stayed back in India, I am very sure I would have been in my own nutshell and in my own comfort zone, not moving out and networking with people from different regions. I wouldn't have had that opportunity. So this opportunity gave me a lot of learning in return. I have learned from people from different parts of the world, from Europe, from America, from Africa, from Egypt and other parts. So yes, it was a great learning experience, and people definitely taught me how I should deal with life. We have been a support system, because obviously staying away from home after a long time with being with family and stuff, it was a bit difficult. But when you have the right people to support you, to give you courage, to have faith in you, then you have that motivation and that kind of determination to do what you want to do. So yes, that opportunity of leaving home and moving away from my country and coming to a new country has made me a better person, has made me a more independent person, if I can say that way. And yes, I'm looking forward at what more things are going to come in for my life.
So let's talk 2020 and 2020 goals.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, people are like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, yes. And then they are procrastinating. Like, sure. Let's say for example, me, there's so many things I want to do, but then I'm like, no, maybe let me wait it out and stuff like that. So before you tell us about your goals, we want you to tell us about how you deal with procrastination.
Yep. All right, so we're human beings. We as individuals dream of a lot of things. We have wild dreams that we want to conquer and we want to make come true. But there are some things which are not very realistic, and even I as an individual fail to think that way. And yes, it is just a human nature that we want to conquer what others have conquered. But I think if we want to be successful in life, in our own lives, if we want to see success, then I think that we should do what we want to do, not look at others and get inspired what others are doing. They're doing it for themselves, for their own success, for their own goals. You should know what you want to do. You can't look at somebody and say, okay, he's traveling to 90 countries by 25 years, I should do that. Come on, it's not going to be feasible, because you need to have the right resources and the right plan to get that goal come true. So it's not right to procrastinate. I mean, yes, you can have dreams and wishes, but have realistic ones, which is actually going to happen, where you can actually work for it so that you can see it happening. That's what I think. And yes, I'm human, I can make mistakes. I also have dreams which is not going to come true, but I know it and I have to accept it. That's what life is.
Can I cut you
Yes.
for a bit?
Yeah.
So like let's say, for example, I kind of disagree with you when it comes to looking at other people. Like let's say, for example, I am an entertainer already, but I want to get known to the other world. So I look at people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Casper, Nobles, who have done it already, and I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I do better? So, I'm sure before them, why can't I be the first one to do it and make the unrealistic goals become realistic?
Okay, I agree with your point in a way, but that doesn't mean that if they can do it, why can't I do it? Is that what you really want? If that's what you really want, then go for it.